There is a power in the ability to influence the minds of people. We have let the devil into our front rooms, into our bedrooms, and open it up and allow the devil to raise our children, to teach our women, to corrupt their hearts. Really, it's something extraordinary. We have now on the Arabian Peninsula young men, like gangsters from the 1950s. Like gangsters, looking like James Dean and on Marlon Brando on the waterfront with their leather jackets and their baseball hats, like Muhammad Sharif turned backward. Really, going around the Kaaba itself. And then going out and many of them don't even pray. Their parents are in praying and they're out there like they're gangsters on the street, sidewalk, right? Talking and wasting their lives away, and then meandering down to the Burger King or the Kentucky Fried Chicken just opposite the King Abdulaziz Bab of the Kaaba to eat junk food that nourishes their junk minds that are a result of their junk television programs. And this is what we're creating, a society of junk people. And this is not an exaggeration, and your laughing is a sign of how serious the crisis is. Because like the Arabs say, sharrul baliya yudhik, the worst of things makes people laugh. We're in a crisis and we're all sleeping. Really, we are in a deep sleep, and we have to ask ourselves, what is it going to take? How much do we have to lose of our humanity before we wake up? What is it going to take? How many children have to be sacrificed at the altar of primetime television before we wake up to what's happening to our communities, to our families, to our children, to our masjids, to our societies? How much more? How much can you take? How much can you fill your heart? With how much pollution? If Imam Shafi'i complained about losing some of the ability of his memory because he saw something haram for even a moment and maintained his glance, how much greater that we're filling our hearts with the haram day in and day out. How much greater that we have a crisis, people, and we have to wake up to the crisis and realize the weight that this ummah has. We have a great weight that's been given upon us because we are not like other people. We are not like other people, and we do not want to be like the Jews who were given the truth and turned away from the truth, and because of it they incurred the wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah afflicted them. This is what Allah says in the Quran. We do not want to be like that. The Sa'id, the felicitous one, is the one who learns by the tribulations of others. He does not learn through his own tribulation, he learns by the tribulation of others. By seeing others in tribulation, it wakes him up to the reality that the only way to prevent that tribulation is to stop and turn back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is what Allah wants of us. This is what Allah is asking for us to do, is to turn back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala collectively as an ummah. As an ummah, we have to turn back to Allah. We have to give up our pettiness. We have to set aside our differences. We have to wake up to the truth of this deen, and we have to take it out to people, because people are dying. The planet itself is dying. Our rivers are being poisoned. Our food is being poisoned. Our minds are being poisoned. We are killing ourselves. Ya ayyuhan nas, innama baghyukum ala anfusikum. Your oppression is only harming yourselves. For the sake of our children, for the sake of the future of our children, for the sake of our children, we have to change. How much selfishness can go on? I want my children to grow up in a world that facilitates their humanity. It doesn't destroy it and take it away from them and deprive them of their humanity. It's their birthright to become human beings, to become real people, not to become junk people that spend their lives in trivialized malls, buying junk goods to fill their junk lives. How much more?